Okay, Viper here. I already made this video, but I had to remake it again because I put some music on it. It had Lalo Schifrin and Enter the Dragon, and it's owned by Warner's, and because of that, it wouldn't upload, and when I uploaded it was restricted worldwide. So I'll just do this over. Basically, it was an unboxing of this book here. It's quite the book, and before I get into that, it's got a lot of neat little things in it. Like, I'll give you an example of one of them. Like things like this in it, Bruce Lee student card and all that stuff. Like Bruce Lee's signature. It's really neat. I don't know how they made these things, but they're really slick. Like it's pretty authentic and all that stuff. And but I like to get started with, like, first of all, it starts with my first Bruce Lee book that I ever got was Tao Jeet Do. You can only see it like that because I wore the cover off. And basically it had this cover on it. One second here. Where is the page? Oh, Jesus. Later in the book. There it is. Finally. It came with that cover. I don't have that cover anymore. It fell off. I wore it out. I carried the book everywhere with me. So, yeah. But anyway, Tao Jeet Do, a great martial arts book. It deals with the philosophies of martial arts and all that stuff. And I got wrote here, Gone or Die. I was trying to learn how to write in Chinese and all that stuff. Deals with precision, balances stuff, trunk, stance, flexibility, warm-up kind of stuff, right lead stance, progressive weapons. Well, here's the picture I drew. Here's a picture I drew a long time. It's kind of beat up and all that stuff. Lee Su Long, Lee Little Dragon. That was his stage name. And what else? So it shows like footworks, tools. See, basics, very basic sketches by Bruce Lee, and then like paragraphs of like interesting like thoughts and like his concepts. No one punch, not even an efficient straight lead, can end it all itself. Can end in itself. Though there are styles that use nothing but straight line punching, the straight lead is used as a means to an end, and definitely should be reinforced and supported by other angles, punches, and kicks, making your weapons more flexible without confinement to any one line. After all, a good man should be able to strike from all angles and with either hand or leg to take advantage of the moment. Fairly reasonable, but, you know, very basic and stuff, but great stuff, and it's just all in one spot. That was head movement and stuff, and straight lead, rear cross, stance, horizontal hook, corkscrew hook, combination punching, joint locks, chokes, grappling. This is the grappling section in Tao Jeet Do. And it was takedowns. It wasn't too limited. Yeah, it's got some Aikido pictures and everything in it. This here, great, this cool stuff here. Here comes Aikido. There's a classic arm Aikido move down in the bottom corner. I think you can see that. And yeah. Great stuff in this book, economy based, and that's just Tao Jeet Do. Like, I know it's all beat up, but that's because it was used. I carried that thing everywhere, and that's part of it. And then that's just Tao Jeet Do. That was my first. That was my introductory book to Bruce Lee, and then well, actually no. First I got these ones, advanced tactics, and I think this is the green one. there goes the blue cover. There goes the blue cover, just came off. I got it. There's one book that has like all of these all combined into one. It's like, there's a new version. I'm gonna have to get. It's like got all of these all in one book kind of thing, and yeah, I'll get those whenever I can. But these books are great because man, it's got pictures of Bruce like in his stance, showing his stance, like explaining his art and all that stuff. Showing the differences between his jab, his lead punch, and difference between a traditional karate and kung fu punch and the Jeet Kune punch. And see, it's a vertical punch instead of like going with these kind of knuckles. It's hitting like that. Oh, force ball, great training weapon that I used to have that I don't have no longer, but man, it's great. You get evasiveness and speed. Awesome thing to have. Focus mitt, which I have, but it's useless unless you have someone to hold them. Punching bag, I got that. I do have that, but I've been slack lately. There's Bruce Lee doing a jump kick on the punching bag. I don't have enough room to do that in my shed there. If I had enough room, I would be doing jump kicks on that thing. Oh. See, I wrote on the top important, and there's how it makes fists and all that stuff. There's stance, very basic stance. Then it shows other stances. But drew her. Just kick. These are great books. Reverse hook kick. This is why I call everything reverse hook and hook kicks, because this is what I learned from. I don't call things roundhouse and stuff. Roundhouse punch and roundhouse kicks. I don't like that. I hate that term. Finger jab. It's all explained very basically. Hammer drops. Let's see. Bunch of this. This is probably going to be a long video, and like a lot of people won't understand it probably. But if you do understand it, you'll probably get a kick out of it. Here's a Bruce Lee fighting man. This is a self-defense one. Even that's damaged. Back cover's been knocked off. Got this from On Death of Gary. Was Christmas 1996. Let's get into seriously martial arts because it was right after Tekken. Right after Tekken 1. So I got into it. Tekken was huge for me. Martial arts to get into actually doing the thing instead of not just playing the game. Vietnamese guy said, like, you can play Tekken and you learn how to defend yourself. It's got some cool stuff in it. Then you just gotta train muscle memory. But you already got it in your head. Up here, right? Defense stuff, whole bunch of cool Bruce Lee like moves and all that stuff, and self-defense. And then you got this was the green one. This was skill and techniques. Like I said, there's a book that's new. It combines all of these and it's got them all in one shot. So I'm gonna get that as soon as I can. This is a kung fu one. This one's a little different. I got this from Mimi and Grandpere in 1996. 96 it was good Bruce Lee. This got parries and very basic stuff, but at the time this was revolutionary. No one knew what this stuff was. Bruce Lee brought like kung fu to the North American audience and all that stuff. Enter the Dragon was huge, right? So many things are influenced by this guy. techniques and stuff. And yeah, so that's these guys. And then we got, I guess the next step, if you're doing it chronologically and what was made, it would be these guys. Like that would be Tao Jeet Kune Do's 1996, I think, 1975. And then you got, these are, there's a big hole after Bruce Lee died, and Danny and Santo, Filipino dude, is carries, like, really helped carry on Bruce Lee's art and all that stuff. Bruce Lee textbook, and it's got combination stuff. Just really interesting, like body sway, distance and attack. That's Bruce Lee's sketch. They put it right in the book there. This is carried that on. This here, sticky hands. Bruce Lee would do this blindfolded, and it was all a feeling thing, and he would attack, you know, practice blocking, he would try attacking, he'd block back, and, you know, really neat stuff. Bruce Lee also had a background in Tai Chi Kwan. Bruce Lee learned Tai Chi Kwan before he learned Wing Chun. You know what? Tekken doesn't have a Tai Chi Kwan character. So I'm going to go back to Tekken. Everything goes back to Tekken. Hand immobilization, stuff like that. HIA, Lop Sao, and they even give it the Chinese terminology, the Pak Sao, and Lop Sao, back fist, and there's hand immobilization. Bruce Lee was Cantonese, and Late Christmas Present, Freddy, 1997, Chapters Bookstore. This was made in 1988. And then you got your Trapping the Grappling. This is a great book. I love this book. This one here, this series is especially like for modern day stuff. Like everything goes to the ground basically now. So it's got some MMA stuff in it. Well, yeah. A more civilized version would be a chokehold. What's that? Would be go for a choke or a head manipulation to the ground. Okay. Yeah. Here's some cocked iron back, block, block, to the face, then back fist, turn around, grab head, and control head. Then from there, you can bring the character, grab them by the head, ding, dong, and then bam, right? Yeah, well, that's how it ends. So got some neat stuff in it. Very big Bruce Lee fan. Like Jeet Kune Do, the Way of the Intercepting Fist, has a lot of interesting stuff. This was also 1997, Mom and Dad. And then you got Tim Taggart. Yeah, see, this was a little bit of a problem with this dude's technique actually, but 80 and 20% body distribution, body weight distribution stuff. Interesting combination stuff though. Really, he had some really neat stuff here. Front kick, front thrust kick stuff, side kicks. Yeah. So there's just these are my other Bruce Lee books and all that stuff. These are this is more Jeet Kune Do, this is not a Bruce Lee book. This is a Jeet Kune Do book because like there wasn't like much information. Well, where I lived there was no Jeet Kune Do school where I could go to, so all I could do was learn from the books. So that's how you overcome that obstacle. And then this one here was made 1986. It's really new. Bruce Lee, Tao of the Dragon Warrior. This got a whole bunch of background stuff, story, just the way he advanced, like, family pictures and stuff like that. And Bruce Lee's how he grew up and all that stuff. His first role right there, that was his very first role. And then was playing swords with his brother, I think that is. And more early movie roles. Bruce Lee and Ip Man. This is Brandon Lee, and this is Ip Man holding Brandon Lee. It's a pretty neat picture there. Ip Man looks pretty happy. Bruce Lee is a huge motorcycle fan. Completely opposite that pervert. I love cars. Cars, dude, cars. Cha-cha champion. He dancing. He was a cha-cha champion in Hong Kong. So he got a lot of his footwork was through dancing. That's his basis of footwork. He was a cha-cha champion in Hong Kong. Isn't that kind of funny? Yeah. This is Bruce Lee, and there's Linda Emery there. This would be the college days and all that stuff. This is early when he started his school in America, North America. It was Wing Chun Kung Fu at that point. These were Hong Kong. This was him in Wing Chun, the Wing Chun days. This is starting to create his own art, Jeet Kune Do, wooden dummy. Added that metal leg brace. Oh, check out that spin kick. That's an awesome spin kick right there. And there's that kick against the punching bag again. Some really neat stuff. Oh, and here's Big Boss. He started into his movie career. The part where he punches and bam and boom. Just cool stuff. What else? Oh yeah, and these were Bruce Lee would be challenged by the extras on Enter the Dragon, and this would be an actual fight. This was an actual fight here. They challenged him and he would just fight. What else? Alright, so I guess I would go to this one. This is a Bruce Lee book here. This here's got some really good. Let's turn over like this or something. You gotta look at this. Boom. That there. See how far he's bringing up? Like you hardly even notice that he brings his leg up that high when you're watching the scenes because his leg is moving so fast. There's a fight versus Sammo Hung. There's very similar to damage the book. See those gloves? These are the UFC gloves of today. See how there's similarities? They made them a lot smaller, but it's got a lot of similarities to that. This is the fight with Sammo Hung. Basically UFC fighting in their underwear. UFC ending. That's Sammo Hung. That was a stunt guy. Jackie Chan was also in the movie. Here's Bruce Lee's very basic stance, but used properly can be very effective. Flying kick. Just this book had a lot of great. Like here's him training with the female actresses, Hollywood actresses. And there's famous James Garner at that time where he kicks the light. James Garner there, and he would become Rockford Files. Jim Rockford. James Garner breaking a board Bruce Lee holding it. Neat stuff there. This is the Green Hornet. Oh no, well, that's this way the dragon. Green Hornet picture. There it is. Green Hornet picture. And in Hong Kong, Kato is more popular than the white guy, Green Hornet, in the Green Hornet series. Picture of Bruce Lee and Ip Man. He's now famous because of Donnie Yen's Ip Man movies. But alright, so that's that. And then they made a whole series of these. There was a whole bunch of books like these. There's Artists of Light, Artists of Life, and Letters of the Dragon, and then there was a couple other ones. And then this, what I got here, this is Expressing the Human Body, Bruce Lee. This would be a lot. This is all a bunch of training exercises, like a grip machine, 5 sets of 5, and palm down, like he would write down how many sets he did every day. Let's get to a good one. There's one with numbers. There's a whole bunch with numbers. This is nuts. Yeah. Forearm isometric stance, 1-legged squat, 2 sets, leg stretching, stand straight, side kick, knee out, punch supplemental, 500 punches equals total 1,000 punch, root blister on second knuckle. It's basically his whole training thing is like 500 punches, 350 finger jabs, 500 punch heavy bag, overhand left emphasis, punch total of 500, total 1,000, 300 punches, 500 punches, finger jab 500, finger jab punch. It's like crazy numbers and like all that good stuff. Bruce Lee, definitely their flexibility. What else here? Exercise for legs and calves, weightlifting, deadlifting, hyper stiff leg deadlift, chin up, standing barbell curl, concentration curl, standing cable curl, upright rows, dumbbell circle, push up, French press, tricep raise, squat, double jump. This is just basically a fitness book. this is like Bruce Lee's fitness book, I guess is the best way to say it. It's got like all of his training stuff, and then Jeet Kune Do goes back into the art back to the Jeet Kune Do art and all that stuff. Which this one here, this book is great. It's got a lot of pictures, so you understand like sketches, Bruce Lee sketches, and a whole bunch of crazy stuff. His different techniques. These are all like right hook and jabs and uppercuts, pivot point, lead hand, right quarter sing with palm, with back fists, late quarter sing. This is a game at that scene. This is a sketch, and this is how he made it look like on screen. So there's a sketch, and then to screen, and then game at that. There's only 15 minutes of the Bruce Lee fight scenes, but those 15 minutes are great. Like, it's really, like, see, like, this is when he was really getting, like, see, he had the sketch, and then he would put it in the movie. And then from the sketch to the movie. And there's, yeah, it's just, these books are great. From the sketch into the movie. That's like hand immobilization, the jab, and then elbow, and flip over, elbow, and then get up, kind of thing. There's the choke lock he got on Chuck Norris that ended the fight. There's a famous elbow, the back fist kind of thing. Speed must be regulated very carefully to fit in with the speed of execution of the opponent. This is tricky. Speed and cadence. Cadence with the opponent. Regulating one's speed to correspond with that of the adversary is known as cadence. It is a great advantage to be able to impose one's own cadence on the opposition. Something that I have problems with in Tekken. I noticed that I'm lacking that. Oh, and this here is very similar to what if you've seen some of the punching bag videos, you might have seen that in the background. It was in clear, but that's in the background, the fight. Timing, distance, speed, rhythm, aggressiveness, the match, attack, single angle attack, progressive indirect attack, hand immobilization, attack by combination, attack by draw, recovery, renewed attack, defense, counter attack, stop thrust, time thrust, counter time, offense, defense, four basic offense, defense, yielding, parry, and repulsive, and stop kick. This is intercepting fist. This is like one of the core concepts is stop hitting, intercepting their attack, and stopping it in the tracks kind of thing. Great picture of Bruce Lee's sidekick with the guy that he fought, like that was the boss guy in Fists of Fury, or as otherwise known as the Big Boss. Bruce Lee using the beat. You've probably seen me do that hundreds of times to the punching bag. To the body, to the head. That snap back. There's a parry. That don't think, feel. Training session. Mr. Braithwaite comes around. More sketches. Bruce Lee sketches. Oh, this is one. These here Suikens and Quidditchers is probably one of the most important things for my training that I got. Like the way that they cut those. See, it shows you how he's extending, how he brings his knee up. Yeah, and then it's all about that just reverse order back down to the ground, back in the stance, ready to kick again. Drop shift, movement. Into the dragon scenes. There's just so much information here. Just great kicks. Because these books are great, and I'm gonna have to get the latest version of it because these all got extended versions and stuff. So I'm missing the latest version of it. And there's also this one here was really good. This is like all those self-help books, but it's by Bruce Lee, and this was made before the you know, a lot of the ones that are out nowadays that are really popular. This here was the first page. Alright, so this is Striking Thoughts. It's got no cover on it, but it's got like a whole bunch of interesting on being human, fear, will. Understanding fear. To understand fear is the beginning of really seeing. Intelligence and fear. There is intelligence when you are afraid. Sensitivity. Sensitivity and fear sensitivity is not possible if you are afraid of this, that, etc. Initiative and fear. There can be no initiative if one has fear. Fear compels us to cling to traditions, gurus, etc. Intelligence versus authority. Inner authority game. Authority destroys intelligence. That's a neat one. The will to succeed. Goodwill. Dreams. Just minimize inward. Oh, it's minimize inwardly. It's not difficult to trim and to hack off the unessential in the outward physical structure. However, to shun away, to minimize inward is another matter. To minimize inwardly. Spirit out, health, courtship, love, marriage, raising kids, ethics. It's got a whole bunch of neat stuff. There is no fixed teaching. There is no fixing. All I can provide is the appropriate medicine for a particular alignment. I present a possible direction, nothing more. It is like a finger pointing away to the moon. Don't concentrate on the finger or you'll miss all that heavenly glory. There's that. That's right out of Enter the Dragon. But that is, yeah, that's the full thought. Enter the Dragon is like a shortened version of it. On ethics, right conduct, racism, but yeah, this is Bruce Lee's main freaking. As much as he's like a martial artist, the fight against racism was one of his biggest ones and one of his most successful. Under the heavens, there is but one family. Basically, human traits are the same everywhere. I don't want this to sound like as confused to say, but under the heavens, there is but one family. Be cautious of who you trust. Don't easily trust anyone on earth just because there are all kinds. And adaptability, this was another big thing for Bruce Lee. Adaptability, that's another big thing for him. And the inability to adapt brings destruction. There we go. The inability to adapt brings destruction. Like that. How fucking perfect is that for these times, etc. Adaptation is stillness and movement. The stillness is not the real stillness. Only when there is stillness and movement does the universal rhythm manifest. That's really deep. Just like you're moving but you're not moving. The adaptive mind, that of not being tense but ready, not thinking but not dreaming, not being rigidly set but flexible, aware, alert, ready for whatever may come. Like that is perfect for any fighting game player to know. Alright, yeah, aware, alert, not thinking, changeless. To change or change is a changeless state. To change or change is a changeless state. That's another Bruce Lee thing to do. He was a philosophy student, so he tried to bring that over with his martial arts and all that stuff, and his just a whole way of life. The disease of philosophy itself, the disease for which it pretends to be the cure. The wise man does not pursue wisdom, but lives his life, and therein precisely does his wisdom lie. Work, quality, let's see here, motivation. Don't choose to waste energy. Never waste energy on worries or negative thoughts. All problems are brought into existence. Drop them. To be discouraged is to be defeated. It is not what happens that is success or failure, but what it does to the heart of man. No man is defeated unless he is discouraged. It's Bruce Lee's self-help book. It's like I said, right from the get-go. Art. It's got everything in it. This book is just striking thoughts, and like, I got this. When did I get this? I got this in 2000. It was October 27th, 2000. For $30. Oop. That was done. Alright, and then we're almost done. Well, haven't we shown it? We're still recording? Alright, so then the Shannon Lee Black Belt book. This was when she was there. It was looking like she was going to get into movies and stuff. Oh, it's also got some neat little crap, some women's self-defense techniques in it, grappling stuff. That's not really Bruce Lee, but that was just pretty cool. And this is yeah, this is Shannon Lee right here. Yeah, at this time, this was like, I was right into martial arts at this point. Kick. That's a great Shannon Lee kick right there. And then you got, look, oh, look, doesn't that look like Ling Yao Yu? Ling Xiao Yu. And then there's the hand immobilization, back fist. Nice hook kick. Bruce Lee stance. Kune. Elbow in that corner there. And then a shin kick. Jeet philosophies. And careful with this book, it's in a little rough shape. So the Jeet Kune one. See, at this point, Enter the Dragon, the VHS, this is coming out. And Shannon Lee, once again, Enter the Dragon. Bruce Lee, Dragon. I had that one, but I should forgot to bring it over here. Game of Death. And Mortal Kombat. Yeah. Book. So yeah, I got a decent collection, and these things, they went places. I didn't just, I used to carry these things everywhere with me. I kept them in relatively good shape. This is a really important thing. The hammer principle. Can you read that? Right there? Yeah, the hammer principle. Where is that? This is very important for a Jeet Kune Do person if you want to learn a lead punch, how to do it. Hand mobilization tech. Where is the hammer technique? Hammer principle 60. 1 second. 60 hammer principle. I was right there. Whack. Alright, yeah. So it's a drop. You drop the hammer and then extend kind of thing, right? So it's a drop. When you're dropping the hammer, this here drops, and when you're dropping, you extend, you turn your hip kind of thing. Really important. That's how you get the snap and everything. Yeah, the hammer principle explained really well in this book here. Yeah, that's a good one. And Bruce Lee. And Rumble in the Bronx. That'll date it for you. Do that? That's right. Bronx. This was the very first one. This is the very first one. Yeah, Raptor pads, and this is the beginning of that Jeet Kune Do symbol. And it also showed the main people like Shannon Lee, Kiesler, Taki Kimura. These are all the major Jeet Kune Do top-notch guys. People who actually knew Bruce Lee, which would be me. John Little is the exception. He didn't actually know Bruce Lee. He's just a research guy, and he's the one that wrote a lot of these books. And now we get to the, how long is this video? This is gonna be long. All right, now we get to the main. This is the really slick book. Alright, so first of all, you got this little kind of thing. This here's got so many, this is a thing that Bruce Lee drew. And it says think. And yeah, it's like pen and everything. It's like, and then here is a Big Boss poster. I'm afraid to damage it at all. This one, I'm really careful with this book after. Show this stuff. There we go, Big Boss. Big Boss poster. Big Boss. Right, boom. So that's that part there. Alright, so this book is called The Treasures of Bruce Lee. I got it for $30. just a couple days ago, and this is my second time I made this video because the other time I had music on and it wouldn't upload it. So they used their high definition, and they made everything Bruce Lee high definition, like crazy, like amazing. And here's Bruce Lee, first fight scene. There's Shen Li. That's Shen Li now. Fairly recent Shen Li. Here's Bruce Lee's family, brothers and sisters. Then the top corner is his family, Bruce Lee, Shannon, and Brennan, and Shannon and Linda. And Brennan also liked the motorcycles. Early years. And street fighting. Oh, there's Bruce Lee, man, Wing Chun Kung Fu. Here we get to some more good stuff. There's an awesome freaking card, look at that. See, there's Hammer Principle in action right there. That pretty. And then there's a hook punch from the Big Boss, that poster I just showed you. And then you got a letter, postcard letter, and sketches on it. And then here's here's the Lee Jun Fun to Jack Dempsey. To Bruce Lee. This is Jack Dempsey's return letter. Jack Dempsey Enterprises. I've received your letter of merchandising and read your interesting description of the Chinese art of combat and its comparison to modern day boxing. I'm sorry that we do not have any of the books you asked for, and I'm enclosing an autograph card which may interest you in becoming because of the action picture on it as you requested. I'm also enclosing one of your own, one for your son, and hope it pleases him. Apparently I'm Brandon Lee at this point. In 1965. So that's Jack Dempsey's return letter to Bruce Lee, and this one here was to James Lee, and here is what is this? This is like a tournament, 1967 All-American Open Karate Open Championship, special demonstration by Bruce Lee Kato. Can you see that? Yeah, Bruce Lee Kato. And karate thingy. Yeah. Cool. So that's that, and this book is pretty amazing. For like, you've seen all the other books, so you can just imagine, as a Bruce Lee fan, how cool this is. To actually have like copies like this stuff, you know, like I'm so scared to hurt anything. Here's Wing Chun Kung Fu kind of stuff. That's not the other book I got though. That is on that picture. And Bruce Lee's Fitness and Training, the other book that I showed you, the area expressing the human body. Here's the wooden dummy punching bag, and I don't have a medicine ball to do this here, that drop, so that you're used to punching the abs and all that stuff. Just great pictures in this book, man. Beach fighting is Ip Man and Bruce Lee practicing sticky hands. That would have been really neat to watch that stuff. Bruce Lee training in the backyard. That's kind of his thing. And this focus mitt training. The Bruce Lee card using no way as a way and no limitation as a limitation. Jonathan Kung Fu Institute, first Bruce Lee Kung Fu Institute. And Bruce Lee breaking a brick. He could do it, but it's not what he emphasis. It wasn't his emphasis. It was more of a gimmick thing. His 1-inch punch, his 2-finger, his demonstrations and development, his 1-inch punch, 2-finger push-ups, and an awesome hook kick down here. That's Bruce Lee and Batman, Adam West, and I think that's Catwoman. And he's like practicing, showing training, Kung Fu, Hollywood Bruce Lee, Kato. And here is, oh, I wish I actually had this. Like, I never got to see, this is the Queen's Theater, The Way of the Dragon. It's Hong Kong. I wish I got to see that movie in theater. I have not ever seen a Bruce Lee movie in theater. Here we go. Some more stuff here. This book is pretty amazing. Like, it's got a lot of cool stuff in it. Here's Bruce Lee. Lee Sulong. And then Chinese Connection. We call it Fists of Fury. Oh no, we call it Chinese Connection. It was actually Fists of Fury. And yeah, it was about Nora Mayo in the back down here. She was cute. She's basically Nora Mayo. Doesn't she look like Jun Kazama? Like Jun Kazama is basically Nora Mayo in this from this movie. Yeah, just great. Chinese Connection is about like the boxing rebellion from after World War II, in like the 40s, like Japan took over China kind of thing, and the Kung Fu artists fought back kind of thing, and yeah, so just a great movie, Chinese Connection. And then Way of the Dragon. This is my favorite Bruce Lee movie because he did everything in it. He did he wrote it, produced it, started it, did absolutely everything. And that fight in the Coliseum with Chuck Norris. Way of the Dragon. See, we call it Return of the Dragon because it was released after Enter the Dragon to North American audience because, well, we didn't even know about this guy until Enter the Dragon. But Way of the Dragon was originally what it was called. He wrote, starred, directed it, did everything, man. He had a really hard time to get, like, the directors. He didn't like to, like, that's why in Chinese Connection, after Chinese Connection, he wanted to direct because he wouldn't have to, he had more control over this thing, you know, kind of like how YouTube is nowadays, very much so. And here's a letter Bruce Lee wrote, and it's actually got some Bruce Lee practicing his B's, better, it's really cool stuff. Bruce Lee in a black belt issue there, with nunchucks. It says, does he actually practice Kung Fu? And it's just, no, he's creating his own art. He was Jeet Kune Do, the way of the intercepting fist. And here's him explaining the way of the intercepting fist in, was it Irish art? I had trouble with this the last time. Long Street. And there's that James Garner thing, and stuff like that, and Big Boss. Linda Lee, and Linda Emery, and Bruce Lee. I always like that picture. I always like that picture there. Very big. And Chinese Connection, already explained that one. Way of the Dragon. Oh, and check this out. This is cool. This is Bruce Lee's Hollywood card. This is when he was in Hollywood. He'd be going to all the actors. He'd try to say, "Do you want to learn some Jeet Kune Do?" And make some cool movies and stuff. And we passed that to them. Like $1,000 for 10 session courses, $1,000. Instruction overseas, $1,000 a week plus expenses. It's like fucking James Rockford. And consultation and instruction, $275 per hour. Professional Jeet Kune Do. And then here is, what is this? Well, this is a get well card. A get well card to Steve McQueen, which did that famous chase scene in with the 1967 Mustang versus the Charger in Bullet. And let's see here. Oh my God, there's so much stuff in this. And then you got, this is I hereby deputize an ally of the dragon. Write your name here. You know, that's pretty slick. And here's the panning shots, the fight scenes, like the storyboard kind of thing, and the write-ups. And here's the panning of the cameras, storyboard for Enter the Dragon, Golden Harvest, and the ribs. It's got a whole bunch of funky stuff. I don't quite understand this yet. I'm gonna have to look at that a little bit more. We just got it. This is a write-up. Write-up with another dragon drawn in it. I don't draw dragons enough. I really don't. And then we got. I have no idea how long this is now. More. Bruce Lee, what a great hook kick against Bob. No, that ain't Bob. Well, that's the other dude. Tang Soo-Do fighter. Here's Hold Your Fire with his leg there, and after he takes down Bob Wall, it's an awesome picture of Bruce Lee there. That intensity. Double nunchucks. I can't practice double nunchucks because I don't have two. I only have one, so I can't see if I could do that kind of stuff. Enter the Dragon pictures. It's a great picture. He's kicking into the dragon here. Form, man, the form, like that's so freaking perfect. That form is it's hard to do much better than that kick. Look at the angle he's at here. That's pretty hard to believe that he's coming in that much of an angle. Like, that's a pretty crazy picture there. Game of Death fight scenes and stuff like that. Oh, and here's a student card. This is here. I just can't. I always wish to have one of these for real, man. Just be neat to imagine going back in time and being a student there. That'd be so cool. Fuck. The Bruce Lee, the rankings. This has the ranking system. See how it starts at an empty circle and it ends at an empty circle? That's because when you start the martial art, a punch was just a punch and a kick was just a kick, but then later on you advance in the martial art. A kick is no longer just a kick and a punch was no longer just a punch. When you extend your training, you get to a punch becomes a punch and a kick becomes a kick again. It becomes very basic. And yeah, so you got your green, and then you got your orange and gold kind of thing. And there's your, like, that's the symbol. That's your goal. All right, and some sketches. This is like an old notebook and all that stuff. Amazing. A little Bruce Lee notebook. It's just cool, ain't it? This here is he bought a nunchaku and a nunchaku holster, and he bought 2 police Korea police weapon list and police baton technique, mechanics of judo. These were books. He got 3 books and a nunchaku, and it's like a receipt, paid in full and all that stuff. And there's a number on it. And I think, yeah, that's all in this one. Whew. Alright. And Tao Kung Fu Fu, Tao Chun Fan Kung Fu. We're changing to Tao Jeet Kune Do. Never set, always learning. Breaking another brick. Here's the yin yang concepts. Partiality, fluidity, the two halves of one whole, the emptiness, the formless form, and training next to a Mustang. 1965, 1966. Beach training. There's Kareem Abdul-Jabbar in the background. That's what is that picture of? That's left. Bruce Lee with one of his many martial arts clubs. And Kareem Abdul-Jabbar in the background. That's pretty fucking crazy. Danny Inosanto in the center there. I'm not sure if that's Tim Jacket or not. It might be. This is a Hong Kong. This statue's in Hong Kong. You can walk up to it and all that stuff. That'd be so cool. Bruce Lee stance again. There's that Tao Jeet Kune Do cover I had a hard time finding earlier. Bruce Lee with his dog, Bobo, and Dragon, and the final poster, which is Enter the Dragon. Ooh, I didn't even notice there's some stickers here. Wow. Are these stickers? Gotcha. Well, that's neat. I didn't know this was in there. You learn something every day. Cool. Bruce Lee, Little Dragon. Bruce Lee, Little Dragon. Bruce Lee. Cool stuff. Alright, so this is the Bruce Lee poster. I mean, Enter Dragon poster. And you got, oh, this is going to go back to Tekken. And you got Nina Williams, very first Williams, and then you got Anna, Nina Williams, and Serena, and Venus Williams, and John Saxon, the North American dude, and Bruce Lee, the Shaolin guy. Yeah. Oh, sorry. There's Nina. There's Williams. There's the white dude. And there's Bruce Lee. Enter the Dragon. Basically, every video game since then is based off of this freaking movie. Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat, Tekken, Dead or Alive, Virtual Fighter. This is the beginning. Enter the Dragon. Alright. So that's that. Sticker sheet. End of the sticker sheet. Finally, we are done. Actually, no, we're not. So I gotta put that. Alright. Still recording? Oh, fuck, I can't tell if it's recording. Yeah, it's still recording. Very good. Now, in 1998, I showed this multiple times in the backgrounds of those magazines, but here is the thing actually as it is. You got your Immortal Kombat advertisement. Here is a Bruce Lee 1973 Enter the Dragon film kind of thing, G. You can see that like that, right? Alright. And there's that picture, that's what it is. And then you got your promotional cards. John Saxon fighting Bolo Young, Nina Williams, and Fun Time, and Bob Wall versus Bruce Lee. That's that flip kick, martial law's flip kick. And I guess Guile copied it. Bolo Young breaking necks, people that failed to guard. Han introducing John Saxon to his daughters and also his bodyguards. And Williams, is this Williams, right? Yeah, Williams driving an elbow into opponent. And then back to the beginning. Do you think I'm a Bruce Lee fan? And then, will this ever end? Will this ever end? Hang on, we're getting there. There is some Bruce Lee, Enter the Dragon, the remake. This is where they added some new scenes. They added scenes that were cut out from the original. The making of the classic motion picture. This is a booklet on that. The music. Enter the music. Lalo Schifrin was the guy who made the music for Enter the Dragon. He also did the music for Rush Hour. John Saxon fights, all that. There's getting challenged by people on the set. Bruce Lee was psychic, awesome psychic. Like I said, like that form is amazing. Bruce Lee's form is crazy good. So then you got all this crazy stuff in here. And there we go, the music. There's the Lalo Schifrin. You got all the different, the music for different scenes in it, like all the fight scenes and stuff like that. I don't know if we can make that up. I'll probably be bouncing back. And then here is the VHS. You probably don't know what this is. A VHS widescreen edition of Enter the Dragon, which was nice because you could see like all the stuff that was happening in the background because before it'd be cut off because it was formatted for television. I got two of these. I got the normal version too. I got the normal screen version, but I rented a widescreen version. Alright, so pop all these back in here. Bam, 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 bam. Alright. So, Enter the Dragon box set. So, like, I got that, and I got that. Oh, and these two together are quite a little collection. So, like, 1998 and 2015. 2015 on Funny-Con. These are, I think it was 2014, this is when it actually came out. So. Is it 2014? Let's see. Oh, copyright 2012. Oh, this came out 2012? 2012. Alright, 2012, 1998. So, finally we are done. Oh, and Bruce Lee t-shirt with nunchucks. I should have had the nunchucks on my shoulder, on my neck, but whatever. And, so I guess we'll try to do some punching bag videos a little later on and all that stuff. Alright, peace out.